Hello, hello. Welcome to another Breacher's stream of mine. I am going to be casting Rejected EU versus F3 EU. So this is my first EU scrim that I will be doing all together. Or, I can't remember. I might have done a co-cast with EU. I'm not 100% sure. But nonetheless, this is my first solo cast for EU, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these two teams are. It seems like with who F3 is, if they are as good in the NA side as they are the EU side, this is going to be a little bit of a better game. I'm hoping, because I don't think any teams would just pick any random. Obviously, with the caliber of F3, I don't think they'd pick any random team. So I believe Rejected is going to be pretty good. So I'm excited to see how these two teams will face. I just want to make sure real quick that I'm actually live. Just give me a couple of seconds while I wait. I am live now. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what these two teams pull out of their sleeves here. This is an EU scrim, so maybe it'll be a little bit different than what I'm used to with the NA side of things, but still, I'm very excited to see how these two teams pan out, especially on Arctic. I like Arctic. I like how... Okay. I guess that's just going to do that. Alright. I like Arctic, and I like how this map was reworked, especially considering with the flashes that maybe it's a little bit more balanced. I would still say it is more on the defensive side. But I don't know, this site on its own is extremely difficult to defend once both this wall and that wall is open. So it's going to be a little bit interesting as we see FPE pushing up towards the wall. Wall does get foam, flash goes out, but nobody is over there. So thankfully for the Rejected EU side, nobody is flashed. DevSender gets a little bit of nade damage done to himself, but both walls are now open, so it becomes more and more difficult for Rejected EU to be able to defend this as EMP goes down with Quinn and Rod on Quest. Down with the EMP, two players get taken out with Gnome Guden and another player from F3 taking out two players and Rejected. Seems like DevSender and Fake Savage are looking to battle it out over there. Quinn 94 takes out Stifford as Easy Mario takes out DevSender, and Quinn takes out Easy Mario with Psycho taking out. I don't know what the last one was, but wow, that was a very quick round, and blink and you miss it. It was an incredible play by F3 EU to get in there and take control of site very, very quickly. So good on them to be able to secure their first attacking round for this this first half. Does look like we will see another meta play for this F3 EU team. Worked out the first time for them. We see Rejected EU and Easy Mario going onto the flank, trying to stall out any sort of push that F3 will have on that rotate. See Stifford. Yes, Stifford, Jacob, Smells, and Empty, Tempo. All sitting over towards the A side. Now you see one rotate towards B. So you see a little bit of a more of an aggressive hold for this Rejected EU team on this green site as FOD pushes up quickly. Nade goes out and almost an S-tier frag, but it's 5 damage. I'm surprised that didn't kill him. 5 damage onto Contempt over here with Psycho and Devsender both pushing up into Jim. Now the Incense is going to be thrown out so they can take control quick, and the Flash goes out, and Contempt is completely Flash, and he is still Flash, and he's sitting in that corner. Unfortunate for Contempt, but very good play by Devsender, and Psycho almost died to that Incense. Stim does go out, though, for him, so he's getting back to the health advantage. Got a 5v3 here. Gnome, Devsender, Psycho, Quinn, and Fod are all trying to push into B. Nade goes out. Almost an S-tier frag onto Jacob Smells. We have to push up. He does end up getting his life costed by that nade. And it's an S-tier frag by Fake Savage to take out Psycho and Fod. And just like that, it is a 3v2 in favor of F3EU. But the EMP is not down. Gnome Gooden pushing up. EMP is now going to get planted. Fake Savage with that Spectral. Easy Mario taking out Devsender with that Omen. Quinn taking out Fake Savage. And it is all up to Easy Mario here to defuse the EMP. And he does not see Quinn in time. And Quinn gets that headshot reaction time for this F3EU side. And now they're up 2-0 against this rejected EU team. Now we see another meta play going for this F3EU team. Devsender looking to give a little bit of a punch through the wall, or excuse me, through the door to another player on the rejected EU side. You see that trip over by Fake Savage in that little corner there behind the box. So Stifford is also going to be sitting here with a Hurricane. I actually like sitting here with a Hurricane, so I like this play that that rejected EU is trying. Hopefully Fake Savage can take out that drone for Stifford before that drone drones him out. Drone is going upstairs, so far not able to drone him out. Nade goes out, he's a little bit of damage done to Stifford, but I don't think they know that he's still in that corner. Now they realize that he's in that corner, pushes up and takes out one in Devsender, but he immediately gets refragged by Gnome Gooden. So now it is a 4v4, still kind of in favor of F3EU here, as we've seen throughout the entire game. F3EU is pushing up, using all their momentum to just take control. Little team play damage done by Gnome Gooden. Skin goes out for them. Now, rejected EU is in a little bit of an uphill battle as they, as F3EU taking control of this little wall here. Contempt gets a lot of damage done onto him. And gets taken out by Fod. I was trying to go to him. He gets taken out by Fod. Nade goes out. No damage done by that nade, but a beautiful flash. Flashing out two players. Flashing the same two players again. Pushes up. Gets taken out by Gnome, but Easy Mario refrags him with that Incense, and Fod almost dies to that Incense, but Easy Mario ends up taking out Fod as he pushes up. It is a 2v2 with Fake Savage in the smoke. Can he see him in time? He does not, but Easy Mario saves him from that player in Psycho over in the corner, and now the flash goes out and flashes Fake Savage. Easy Mario, I believe, was not flashed, but it is a 2v1. All Quinn needs to do is hold the EMP through the wall. Fake Savage looking to push up and takes out Quinn. And just like that, Rejected got their first round of this map, and a thrifty round nonetheless. Amazing gameplay by Rejected EU there. Even though they had the worst weapons, they were still able to just barely able to fight it out and get that round. see another little meta play for F3 here. A little bit of a stronger, more aggressive approach for this rejected EU side as they are going to be sitting in library. So now Stifford rotates back to Jim's side. So again, a little bit more of an aggressive approach with that Hurricane you see in his hand now from his chest. See if that Hurricane comes into play. Drone goes out. Will they drone that there's nobody towards that other side? I hope one player still is able to watch that back. So now I see actually there are 2 Hurricanes for this rejected EU team. Stifford gets thrown out, but all he has to do is sit there and wait, and he does get flash and ends up getting taken out by Dev Center. So a beautiful play by Dev Center using that flash, and Jacob Smell pushes up and takes out one, almost takes out another, and Dev Center that gets refragged by Dev Center after he gets that one pick. So it's 4-3 in favor of F3 EU here. Let's see if it remains with Fod pushing up, foaming the wall, seeing if he can blow that wall, maybe bait Contempt into pushing out when he shouldn't. It seems like Contempt is playing the waiting game here over in this corner as Gnome Guden is sitting waiting next to the EMP. Now Contempt looking to push out a little bit, gets maybe possibly see Dev Sender in that corner over there. Jim Wall gets blown. Gnome Guden throws the Incen, looking to see if he can plant the EMP. Another Incen goes out, almost an S-tier Incen. But a little bit of damage done onto him nonetheless. So Gnome Guden is sitting there waiting, but Contempt with a 3K! Holy cow, what an amazing play by Contempt on that flank to be able to push from the window, or excuse me, from the wall, but Dev Sender takes out Contempt. So now it is a 2v1 with Dev Sender, the only remaining player for F3 EU, with that beautiful 3K by Contempt there to almost basically secure the round, but Dev Sender might have something to say about it, but no, Easy Mario takes out Dev Sender. And just like that, Rejected EU now has won back-to-back rounds, looking to see if they can maybe take a 4-2 lead going into the second half. Rejected EU looking to see if they can get any sort of momentum from those previous 2 rounds and keep pushing forward, preventing this F3 EU team from getting any more rounds to start, to end the second half. Dev Sender shoots out the door with Gnome Guden looking to get anybody from the desk. If there was anybody there, they would have been seen as they shot everything. Thankfully, nobody was there. Jacob Smells over on the flank here with another Hurricane. Let's see if he gets that pick onto Quinn. You see 2 flanks in Stifford and Jacob Smells. Jacob Smells slowly pushing up with Quinn on that upstairs point as Dev Sender throws a flash. 2 Incens get thrown out, or excuse me, Incen and a nade gets thrown out. No damage done by anybody because they're not over on the wall, and Quinn takes out Stifford on that flank, but Jacob Smells is sitting super close, and he takes out Quinn on that shotgun. Now it is a 4v4. It doesn't seem like really walls are ever being blown for this team. They might be allergic to the foam. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure why they did not try a foam. As Easy Mario takes out Psycho, looking to take out another in Fade, and he does takes out Fod. Contempt takes out Gnome Guden, and Dev Sender takes out Jacob Smells, and it is all up to Dev Sender here to get possibly a 3K and win the round. They have lost the past 2 rounds, so it will be an uphill battle for Dev Center, especially without that foam, and Dev Center with an S tier incend to prevent people from going out. That's exactly what he used that incend for. Now there's a smoke going out. Will he get that lean angle? No, he does not, as Fake Savage takes out Dev Center from the corner. And Rejected EU has now won 3 rounds straight, looking to shut out the half 4-2, preventing F3 EU from winning any more rounds after those first 2 rounds. F3 EU with another meta play, so it seems like they want to be practicing their plays here. With Rejected EU looking to be aggressive again on that hold, but Stifford is not using that Yuriken this time in that corner. Hopefully it will go well for this Rejected team. Only having one player playing aggressive on this B wall area. 2 smokes go out to prevent any sort of info for this F3 EU team by Contempt. Nobody is pushing up because of those smokes. Incend goes out, so now nobody is over here. They know that, so now they're going to be pushing up. Gnome Guden with that Omen. For a second there, I thought Contempt was going to be able to push out from that wall, but is unable to. So he just rotates back to site. Gnome Guden foams that wall. I believe this is the first time I've seen the wall foam this map. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm glad that F3 EU realized their previous mistakes and not having a foam and bought a foam this time. Wall does now get blown, still 5-5, so it is anybody's game at this point, especially with all 10 players remaining. So there's going to be not a lot of spaces for players to hide, and Stifford pushes up and gets taken out by Quinn. A little bit of TK damage by Quinn as well to Gnome Guden, but Gnome Guden's looking to plant the EMP, but the incends were just not favorable for this Rejected EU team. Fake Savage takes out 2 players in Gnome Guden and Quinn. And now it is a 4v2 with the Guitar takes out another player. Easy Mario takes out Psycho and is all up to Fake Savage, all up to Fod. And Fake Savage takes out Fod to shut out F3 EU from getting any more rounds after being up 2-0. Now we see Rejected EU on the attacking half. Let's see if they have anything up their sleeves when it comes to attacking against this F3 EU team. Rejected EU goes for a bit of an off-meta play here, as all the players are rotating to downstairs onto the green side. Do they know the site is upstairs? Not quite sure. It does look like Jacob Smells and Contempt are both looking to push that that downstairs area. Contempt with that Taurus. Will he be able to take out Quinn? And he does not, as Quinn takes out Contempt before Contempt was able to get that headshot. Pushing down now to see without any other damage. A lot of damage taken from Jacob Smells and Stifford, but Jacob Smells was able to take out Quinn there. But like I said before, not before they were able to get a lot of damage done onto these players. So a little bit of a good trade-off, I would say, as DevSender takes out Easy Mario on that library area, with Fake Savage looking to get any sort of damage onto that DevSender player. Jacob Smells, Stifford, and Fake Savage looking to get any sort of damage done for this F3 team, as Psycho with a beautiful lean peek onto the onto the rejected EU player to take them out. And now it is a 4v2 with Fod and Psycho trying to prevent Fake Savage and Jacob Smells from being able to push up at all onto this green side. They're holding their ground, playing their angles as they should, as there's really no reason to be pushing up on this F3 team, on this rejected EU team, as they are now getting control of Gym. Jacob Smells and Fake Savage both now enter Gym. Jacob Smells looking to see if he can get any sort of info peeks. As he can, Fake Savage pushes up, gets a little bit of damage, but not before dying, as Jacob Smells refrags him and Fod and tries to take out another, and he does take out Psycho. So it is a 1v2. Does he hear that there are two players both on the other sides? And no, they do not. As DevSender takes out Jacob Smells with the help of Gnome Guden. And F3EU have now secured their third round, looking to possibly tie it up. Rejected EU looking to get control of this basic meta B wall play. Static goes out for F3 EU just in time before this rejected EU team was able to almost a catastrophic nade by this team. They were able to pick it up in time. Headshots go out. Quinn takes out Fake Savage through the wall, and Contempt gets a little bit of damage on himself. DevSender takes out Stifford with that Arill. Now another nade goes out. Takes a little bit of damage done on the Easy Mario. Quinn takes out Contempt and takes out Easy Mario. Almost takes out Jacobs, but DevSender refrags Jacob Smells. And just like that, F3EU have tied it up, looking to possibly take the lead now after winning 2 rounds in a row against this rejected EU team. We see the same push that rejected EU did for the upstairs as they are for downstairs, with Stifford and Jacob Smells looking to push that window as Easy Mario drones out green. But this time, F3EU is going to be ready for it, as they are now going to be defending the downstairs site. So let's see how that pans out, as FOD, DevSender, and Psycho are over towards that red area. EMP gets thrown all the way over towards Easy Mario, with Jacob Smells and Stifford both looking to get a hatch drop play here. This could be very, very well for this rejected EU team with, ooh, they don't have foam. There is no foam, and there's 2 Uricons for this F3, or excuse me, for this rejected EU team. Okay, so foam was there. Okay, I didn't see it. But Psycho takes out Jacob Smells, and Stifford gets taken out by Gnome Guden. So a little bit of a mishap by rejected EU with those 2 Uricans. Now they are down 2 players, 2 crucial players. By that against this F3 team, as Contempt takes out one. Fake Savage with an S-tier frag on Gnome. Quinn takes out Contempt. EMP is down. Easy Mario looking to take out Quinn, but was unable to. Now a little bit of a fake bait as Fake Savage takes out Quinn. And now he tries to take out Psycho. Almost takes out Psycho. But Psycho was able to get that headshot off onto Fake Savage to secure round number 5 for this F3 EU team. So, rejected EU struggling a little bit on this attacking half against F3 EU. You see F3 with a bit of a standard aggressive hold on this meta play. 1 player in FOD on Quest looking to defend this A site. Now they're all going back, so now every player is in B. So this play that rejected EU is looking to do could work very well if this F3 team. So now there's, okay, so DevSender is over in A, looking to get any sort of info. Incen goes out. It's a little bit of, no damage done, but now they know that they're there. But Jacob Smells looking to get a lot of damage, but DevSender gets headshot through the walls, so almost catastrophic for him, as he survived with just 3 HP. Incen goes out onto Jacob Smells by Psycho. A lot of damage done, but Gnome takes out Easy Mario. Fondier takes out Stifford, and Quinn takes out Contempt on that flank. So now it's all up to Fake Savage and Jacob Smells to get any sort of play going, as Jacob Smells takes out one in Psycho and another in DevSender. So it's looking a little bit more likely for this rejected EU team to kind of salvage this round after a catastrophic start. Minute 36 seconds left on the clock. Foam does go on the wall. Fake Savage and Jacob Smells both in the same area, but low on HP. He can hit the head. He does not, as FOD takes out Fake Savage. We're going to take out another player, but Gnome Guden on that cross angle takes out Jacob Smells, and F3 now have won 4 rounds straight to secure the overtime round. Rejected EU now kind of out of options. They have to go for another meta play to see if this works in any way, shape, or form. Both drones go out to any sort of info onto library. The nade just barely was unable to bounce all the way towards that door. Possibly an S-tier frag from FOD if it did. That clone over in gym, baiting out any sort of players that they know are going to be there for that fake shoot almost. As we see a bot come in, Contempt takes out Fadye, Gnome Guden takes out a player, and takes out a second player in Stifford, but Contempt takes out Gnome Guden, and I was flabbergasted by where the team was pushing, so my apologies for that, as we missed some of the action, but Psycho and Quinn take out 2 players of their own, and it is all up to Contempt to secure another round and prevent this map to being over. Takes out DevSender and gets that stim, so it's looking a little bit more likely, but Quinn is on that flank. I wonder if he knows that Quinn will be on that flank. Contempt pushing up onto the shower, takes out one in Psycho, so he was able to isolate his ones, and now is a 1v1. Maybe he knows where he is. He does know where he is, so he's going to go for that EMP plant as Quinn needs to rotate all the way around. Now Contempt, all he has to do is sit in Contempt and wait, as Quinn needs to make this play. Now Contempt getting a little bit... Wow, what an ace! Ace for Contempt, as he played it perfectly to take out all those players and keep his team in Rejected EU alive for this map. What an incredible play by Contempt there. We missed a couple of kills, and my apologies for that, but holy cow, I thought there was going to be a basic play, and it ends up being a meta play, and blink, and you miss it. Congratulations for Contempt having an ace, and if we look at the scoreboard here, Contempt going 10-9, Fake Savage 10-7, Easy Mario 9-7, Stifford 1-11, and we do see a new player come in Crispy Toast, who was unfortunately only able to get 16 damage, but it was only one round for him. You see FOD with 4-7, Psycho 5-8, DevSender 10-9, Gnome Guden 9-6, and Quinn 94 at 16-8. Amazing gameplay from all of these players, and we could potentially see overtime for map number 1. But Rejected EU needs to come up with something. They have not been able to attack this map very well, and it's already off to a pretty good start as Psycho gets a lot of damage done, along with DevSender to himself. So while that stim goes out, they are not in favor of health there. We do see only one stim. Now no stims on the Rejected EU side. I wonder if they just lost it or tossed it somewhere else. Drone does go out. Drone's out green area. Wall is foamed. Looking to see if we can throw. Incendios out, but luckily does not take anybody out by their toes for this Rejected EU team. Now all 5 players have the health needed to survive. Or excuse me, all their health back. So it's looking a little bit better for this Rejected team, but FOD takes out Easy Mario. Now it's looking a little bit less likely. If they don't realize if Quinn is on the flank, it's going to be detrimental, and Quinn takes out another player, with Psycho taking out a player of his own. And now it is a 5v2. All 5 players are up for this F3 team, and Quinn takes out another player in Fake Savage, and DevSender takes out Crispy Toast. And just like that, F3 won in dominant fashion with a flawless victory for the final round of the first map. Congratulations to F3 for winning map number 1. take a look at the scoreboard here. See Fake Savage, Contempt, and Easy Mario all having 10 and 9 kills respectively. As for the other team, Quinn with 18 kills, DevSender with 11, Gnome Guden with 9, Psycho with 6, and Fadye with 5. So an incredible showing for this F3 EU team, as they were down 4-2 and only gave up one attacking round to an ace nonetheless against this rejected team. See, the second map that we will be going into is Mall. I kind of like this Mall pick here. I haven't really seen Mall at all. Oh, okay, I guess I teleported. I haven't seen Mall at all this season for Scrims, so I'm excited to see how these two teams will pan out. As I believe, I don't know if F3 EU, I know F3 as a whole has been here for a while, but I can't remember if F3 EU is a brand new team on the EU side, along with Rejected. So let's see if these two teams can be able to kind of play off of each other and hopefully get these picks needed to win the game. Rejected EU already down one map, so they need to come up with something, and it seems like it was Rejected EU's pick. So maybe they feel a little bit more comfortable on this attacking side for Mall, and just overall as a whole for this map. We get into this round and we see a little bit of an aggressive hold by the F3 EU team. Nade goes out, gets no damage done, as Stifford already pushes up very quickly. That flash goes out onto Psycho. Psycho has no idea where he is. Now he is cleared to push in, but Psycho might get killed by Stifford. He does not. He gets an incredible headshot onto Stifford. Easy Mario takes out Fadye on the flank, as DevSender takes out two players in Stifford and Fake Savage. Now Psycho, Quinn, DevSender, and Gnome Guden are all defending Arcade here, as Psycho now gets a headshot on himself. A little bit unfortunate for him. Now he has to rotate back, but not able to, as Crispy Toast takes out Psycho from that pillar peak. Appears that F3 have all now rotated back to site, so now they're giving up this Arcade push. I would say it all depends on what happens, but it does seem like it's going to be a rotate here, so it's good that they gave it up. Sitting on this side, as Gnome Guden might take out two players. He does take out two players, almost a third player, and he does not take out the third player, as Quinn takes out Easy Mario, but not before losing a player of their own. And that rotate worked, or excuse me, did not work for Rejected EU, and F3 was able to rotate just in time to be able to prevent that. I just want to give a quick plug. If you guys are in the stream or watch the stream at all and like my content, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to, you know what? I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers eventually. I'll get it eventually, but I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers. We'll say by Christmas. Hopefully I can do it. So if you guys can like and subscribe for more content, because I will be pushing out more casts for Breachers as a whole. Excited to see, though, how this round will pan out, because I do like attacking this side more on the window. Obviously, no one does it anymore because it's extremely dangerous, but I like doing it. We do see a bot come out in Emil, who has an Omen, so if the other player does not come back in time, he will lose that Omen. He pushes up, does a little bit of damage onto Psycho, but Psycho takes him out and also gets a lot of damage done on himself. But that Insane or excuse me, that stim does go out as Easy Mario takes out Fod with Gnome Guden refragging Easy Mario. And now, Contempt looking to... Ooh, I thought Contempt was going to push in to that window, but does not. They are now pushing in towards Turntable here. Looking to get any sort of control as Quinn is sitting close on that... or on that table. Insen goes out, pushing up, takes out one player with that Insen. Player who was very, very low, so hopefully he can take out that second player. Looks like he might be able to if that second player peeks up. And he does peek up, but Contempt had the faster reaction time as No Gruden pushes up, takes out one, almost takes out a second in Fake Savage, but that nade might kill him. It does not, as he runs back in time with 4 HP. Devsender and Psycho both at 100. It is an uphill battle for Fake Savage if he wants to get any sort of round to come up. Has to get the stim, and I'm not quite sure if there is one. It seems like Devsender has one. Not sure if there'll be another one on the floor or not. Does look to be a bit of a save here by Fake Savage. As we see, he is all bloody and moving in, trying to get anybody to come outside. It does look to be ineffective. As Psycho might push out last second and see if there is any sort of... No, he does not push out. So... good defensive standing by F3EU. Even though they lost 3 players, they still remained intact enough to win that round. Rejected EU looking to play aggressive here, but immediately gets stopped by this F3 team, especially with that proxy. Fod, excuse me, almost takes out a player, and he does end up taking out Crispy Toast. But there's a new player coming in for the second EU team in Jinx. Welcome, Jinx, to the Scrim. Quinn94 takes out Easy Mario on that bathroom side. Devsender looking to take out another player. Flash does go out and does get Devsender. Jinx takes out one, takes out a second player with that Cadillo, takes out a third player. Jinx, welcome to the Scrim, as he takes out 3 players, but Psycho refrags him, and it is all up to Fake Savage, and he does take out Quinn. So it is Vezin v Omen, and Psycho takes out Fake Savage and secures round number 3 for F3EU. So far, a defensive shutout for this F3 side. to see a turntables take for this rejected EU team. Hopefully it'll go a little bit better for them. Second time around, immediate wall bangs. Thankfully, everybody on the F3 EU side was fell victim to that wall bang. Drone goes out, realizes that Quinn is there and gets flashed, but Gnome Guden makes himself known by pushing up, and Quinn takes out Crispy Toast, but gets taken out by Jinx. Looking to push up and take out a second, but Gnome Guden takes him out on that flank, and Psycho, it's a lot of damage done on him with another player on that flank in Easy Mario. Now Gnome Guden almost gets taken out by Contempt here, but Gnome Guden's pushing up, and again almost gets taken out by Easy Mario. Now he's pushing up, trying to get any sort of picks or anything before he gives up his life. Rotating back to site for these teams. Now they are securing this turntable area. So good push by Rejected EU to take control of turntable. Wallbang is done by Gnome Guden. Looks like Psycho goes back to 100 HP and an S-tier frag by DevCenter to take out Contempt. Incen goes out, nobody is there. Fake Savage knocks on the door for Gnome Guden and takes him out. Now it is all up to Easy Mario and Fake Savage to salvage any sort of round here. And Easy Mario's not... Oh, he does see DevCenter. So he does see and take out DevCenter. Now it is all up to FOD and Psycho to prevent this Rejected EU comeback. Psycho takes out one player in Easy Mario, so that is one player down as FOD takes out Fake Savage with the Scorpion, and a beautiful play by FOD to secure round number 4, thwarting any sort of chances at Rejected EU to win their first round of the map. F3 EU looking to shut out Rejected from from the first half. Going up 6-0, potentially ending their chances at getting any sort of comeback going. Drone goes out. Drone's out Arcade as Psycho immediately denies any sort of info. So a little bit of a less aggressive hold by F3, and there's still the same kind of push for this Rejected team, and FOD pushes out, just barely able to get himself away from danger. Still being flashed, Jinx pushes up, trying to get any sort of pick as he can and help out his team. No players are now in Arcade, so everyone has fully secured Arcade for this Rejected EU team. Now there's just a bunch of wall bangs going out, trying to get any sort of damage, possibly even a pick for these teams. Crispy Toast falls to the wall. Ball will be blown very soon, unless they're... Okay, so they are rotating over with FOD taking out, or excuse me, doing a lot of damage on one player. Now wall is blown with Crispy Toast over in that corner. I wonder if FOD realizes that Crispy Toast is in that corner. Almost an S-tier frag for Gnome, and Gnome takes out Jinx and Contempt, but FOD takes out Crispy Toast, so he was able to see that, and Quinn pushes up, takes out one in Fake Savage, but gets refragged by Easy Mario, and DevCenter from behind takes out Easy Mario, and the F3 EU team is surrounding this Rejected EU team and just collapsing all over them. So F3 EU up 5-0, looking to shut out this Rejected EU team. All they need is one more round, and they they close out the half 6-0. Huh. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so. That's interesting to me. Anyways, we get into this round. It looks to be a little bit of a same hold. I'm not quite sure about the comms in Mall, as I'm still kind of new to it. I try to avoid playing Mall as much as I can. But, so yeah, they're getting... Rejected EU is pushing up towards this, I guess, box area. I believe this is... I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know what that was. But Quinn takes out Contempt on that wall side, so they are playing pretty close as Psycho takes out Easy Mario. Bod looking to take out Jinx, and he does take out Jinx. Fake Savage with an S tier frag over on A side. But now Crispy Toast takes out Bod, looking to see if he can take out the second one. In Quinn, will he do it as Dev Center takes out Fake? So now it's all up to Crispy Toast, looking to get that pick, and he does get that pick with a nice little Scorpion for Quinn, or on Quinn, excuse me, for Crispy Toast. So now it is all up to Crispy Toast to sort of prevent this 6-0 shutout. Smoke in hand, and he does not have EMP, so it's not going to look very good for this rejected EU team, because all F3 has to do is hold the EMP. EMP is in sight, but if EMP wasn't in sight, they didn't even need to hold sight. So it seems like they're not even holding the doorways or letting him walk in, which is smart on F3 EU's side, because they don't need to. The less ground that they can cover, the better for them to be able to secure this 6-0 shutout. Crispy Toast looking to get any sort of damage onto that player that is moving quickly. In Psycho, Crispy Toast now pushes up, trying to isolate the ones for this F3 team, and he does isolate 1-1-1, and it is 2 seconds remaining. Too little, too late for Crispy Toast, and Dev Sender takes out Crispy Toast for the 6-0 shutout for F3 EU going into their attacking half. F3 looking to do a bit of an off-meta play over towards this, I think this is comic books, over towards comic books with Contempt, the only player for rejected EU to thwart this sort of play. So Fake Savage is in B, but he's a little bit too far out, as all now F3 players push up, and Nothing Good in TK's Dev Sender on accident. A little bit of a misplay by that team, but Bod takes out Fake Savage. Contempt takes out one, but gets refragged by the Incen. Jinx takes out Bod, and Jinx takes out Psycho. So now it is all up to Quinn as he takes out Jinx to secure the 7-0 shutout for this F3 EU team. Crispy Toast pushing up onto Quinn, but Quinn does not see him in time, and Crispy Toast takes out Quinn, and just like that, Rejected have won their first round of this second half. I would guess that there would be a full buy going on, as they are already needing to play perfect. Take a look at the leaderboard here. Noam Gooden 8-5, Quinn 7-6, DevSender 7-4, Psycho 5-3, and Bod 5-5. Good showing for this F3 squad. And on the other team for Rejected, Jinx is 6-5, Fake Savage 4-6, Easy Mario 5-6, Crispy Toast 5-6, Contempt 2-7. So still not a bad showing for this Rejected EU team. It's just not enough to win any sort of rounds. Like, it's been coming down to sometimes 1v1s, 2v1s, all that stuff. They were just not able to close out. Looks like F3 is going for a bit of a meta play, trying to get control of B wall quickly, but Jinx is sitting on this backside with Easy Mario looking to prevent the quick run-in on the wall. Jinx does have that Hurricane. We see a lot of Hurricanes come out for this Scrim, and I'm surprised you don't see a full buy on the Rejected EU side, as they are down 6-1 currently. Jinx sitting there close with that Hurricane. Will he see that player in Quinn? You see Contempt around that flank side. Quinn pushes up and takes out Easy Mario, but is unable to see anything else, as almost gets TK'd by Crispy Toast and Jinx, but he had to make a play and was unable to take out all the players, but Noam Gooden was able to take him out. Crispy Toast and Noam Gooden now fighting. Contempt takes out one, and Psycho immediately refrags as Psycho pushes up, takes out another player. It is all up to Fake Savage, and DevSender takes out Fake Savage for F3 wins 7-1 on map number 2. Technically winning the Scrim 2-0 against this Rejected EU team. I believe that is going to be it for me, guys, because I do have to go. But if you have enjoyed this stream and would like to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will be doing a lot of casts in the future for a lot of these teams. Especially becoming an official caster. I'm sure you guys will see me more often. But I've been your host, Scorch, and I will